Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show, where I, Nicky D, break down all 13 games that we had this week. I'll tell you who won. I'll tell you who lost. What was your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of when I drop my next video. I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day, and without further ado, let's get to our first game of the week on the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show. We had Thursday Night Football as the 8-2 Pittsburgh Steelers went on the road into the dog pound to take on the 2-8 Cleveland Browns. And surprisingly, this was Cleveland for most of this game. Cleveland, who was up 10-6 at the half, went up 18-6 with 8 minutes to go in the game. But Pittsburgh would rally back with 2 late touchdowns to take a 19-18 lead. But Nick Chubb runs in a 2-yard touchdown run to win the game as the Cleveland Browns upset the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-19. And now to the Sunday games. We start things up in Chicago as we had the 8-2 Minnesota Vikings going on the road into Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. And Minnesota was up by 4 at the half, but they were up 24-10 at the end of the third quarter. But the Chicago Bears marched back, ended up forcing overtime 27-27. But in the overtime period, Sam Darnold led the way on a game-winning drive for the Vikings, and they ended up kicking through the game-winning field goal as the Vikings beat the Bears in overtime 30-27. In our next matchup, we had the 9-1 Detroit Lions going on the road to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. And Detroit was up 14-6 at the half. Jahmyr Gibbs gave them a 21-6 lead with 2:19 to go in the third quarter. They would kick a field goal through in the fourth quarter as the Detroit Lions get their 9th straight win. They beat the Colts 24-6. And in our next matchup, we had Drake May and the New England Patriots going on the road to Hard Rock Stadium to take on Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. And Miami dominated most of this game. Tua Tagovailoa had 4 touchdown passes and over 300 yards passing in this game. Miami was up 24-0 at the half and 31-0 at the end of the third quarter as New England tried to rally back, but they're down by 31 with 15 to go. No avail. The Miami Dolphins defeat the New England Patriots 34-15. And our next matchup on the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show, we had Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to East Rutherford to take on the 2-8 New York Giants. And Tampa Bay really dominated this game from start to finish. They were up 23-0 at the half and then 30-0 going to the fourth quarter. 4 different Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a rushing touchdown in this game. Baker Mayfield did not have a passing touchdown, but he had 294 yards passing as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New York Giants 30-7. And now on to the next game. We had the 3-7 Dallas Cowboys going on the road into the nation's capital to take on Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. And this game was a low-scoring game through 3 quarters and got turned up in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys and the Commanders combined for 19 points through the first 3 quarters, and then they combined for 41 points in the fourth quarter, which is where 2/3 of all scoring in this game happened. And Dallas was up for most of this game. They were up 20-9 in the fourth quarter before the Commanders marched back, cut the lead down to 1 with 21 seconds to go. They would go for the onside kick, but the Dallas Cowboys would not only recover the onside kick, but take it back to the house from 43 yards away with 14 seconds to go, as the Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders 34-26. And in our next matchup, we had Patrick Mahomes and the 9-1 Kansas City Chiefs going on the road to Bank of America to take on the 3-7 Carolina Panthers. And this was actually a lot closer of a game than people had expected. And Kansas City was up 20-9 at the half. They were up 27-16 at the end of the third quarter. But for Carolina would march back, they'd get a field goal to cut the lead to 8. And then Chuba Hubbard would get a 1-yard rushing touchdown and then run in the 2-point conversion to tie the game before Kansas City would drive down the field and kick through the game-winning field goal from 31 yards away, as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Carolina Panthers 30-27. And up next on the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show, we had Will Levis and the 2-8 Tennessee Titans going on the road to take on C.J. Stroud and the 7-4 Houston Texans. And this was a very close game. Tennessee was up 20-7 at the half. Houston was up 24-23 at the end of the third before Tennessee would step it up in the fourth quarter. Will Levis had 2 touchdown passes in this game to boot, as the Tennessee Titans upset the Houston Texans 32-27. And in our next matchup, we had Bo Nix and the 6-5 Denver Broncos going on the road to take on the 2-8 Las Vegas Raiders. And this game was pretty close as well, at least through the first 3 quarters. Bo Nix had 2 touchdown passes in this game, and I believe he had 273 yards passing in this game. And the Raiders were up at the half, but Denver stayed with it and built their lead in the fourth quarter, as the Denver Broncos beat the Las Vegas Raiders 29-19. And in our next matchup, we have the 5-5 San Francisco 49ers going on the road to take on Jordan Love and the 7-3 Green Bay Packers. And honestly, I really thought this game would be a lot closer than what it was. This was a complete blowout. The Packers were up 17-7 at the half. They were up 24-10 at the end of the third quarter. Josh Jacobs had 3 rushing touchdowns in this game for Green Bay. And the Packers take care of business against the defending NFC champions. They beat the 49ers 38-10. And up next on the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show, we had Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals going on the road to Quest Field to take on Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. And this was a very low-scoring game. Seattle was up 7-3 going to the half, but Kobe Bryant ended up getting a huge interception return to give the Seahawks a 13-6 lead. And in the fourth quarter, Seattle was able to put the game away with a field goal by Jason Myers as the Seattle Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals 16-6. And now to Sunday Night Football, as we had the 8-2 Philadelphia Eagles going on the road to SoFi Stadium to take on the 5-5 LA Rams. And it was actually a very good game. The Eagles were up 13-7 at the half. Barkley comes out in first play, 70-yard touchdown run for the Eagles, put him up 20-7. They were up 27-14 going to the third quarter, and Saquon Barkley, a beast in this game. He had 255 yards rushing on the ground, including 2 touchdowns, as the Philadelphia Eagles take care of business against the LA Rams 37-20. And now to Monday Night Football. We've got the 7-4 Baltimore Ravens going on the road to take on the 7-3 LA Chargers. And this was a very back and forth game for most of it. The Chargers jumped out to a 10-0 lead early before Baltimore would respond with back-to-back touchdowns right before the half. But the Chargers would kick through a 52-yard field goal at the buzzer of the half, and Baltimore was up by 1, 14-13 at the half. Baltimore would come out and kick a field goal to increase the lead to 4, before the Chargers would come out and kick a field goal to cut the lead to 1, 17-16 at the end of the third quarter. Baltimore would be the one to put the foot on the accelerator with a touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson, and then Justice Hall with a 51-yard rushing touchdown put the Ravens up by 14, as Lamar Jackson, 3 total touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground, as the Baltimore Ravens beat the LA Chargers 30-23. And that was the 2024 NFL Recap Week 12 show, where I, Nicky D, broke down all 13 games this week. I told you who won. I told you who lost. What was your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.